third-party company that holds their employees accountable.
Are you gonna have 3 bids for that?
I'm working on it right now. So,
Well,
that
you feel
pertains
that
to
we're
that.
that large for township to make that?
I feel that it's been an awful precarious position we've been in, and I think it's a perfect example of the $6,000 we spent tonight could have been a lot more. And I don't know how much we're gonna spend on the 170. So yes, I feel it's a little safer. I'm not willing, I guess as a trustee, I'm not willing to gamble our money right now.
And I think that the very issue with the current zoning ordinance that we have, that was last fully updated in 2010, that having somebody with those kind of connections and that kind of knowledge base would be better so that we can get things a little more streamlined, so we don't have contradictory zoning.
I'm not saying down the road that it might not come up to another perfect example or another 10-year employee, but
So I wanna make sure that.
both people that are applying have full-time jobs, and typically this is in the winter, nil-existent, and in the summer, we paid $18,000, and I know you're doing better than that at MDOT. Way better than that. No benefits.
State employee.
Maybe a little bit. Okay. But in the grand scheme of things, and you're managing the HR department of a nationwide beverage, that pays pretty well. So I don't want you to be anything other than, it's a huge learning curve. And we've had a lot of hiccups and blow-ups that I don't prefer to go into with the zoning administrator position. And we've had a lot of good experience with citizens too. But right now, I think as a township, I think it's...
So with that said, our zoning administrator, you felt he was doing so good the month before you gave him a raise, and then he gets permission from Lapham and Associates for conditional zoning, and then he becomes the worst.
Conditional zoning, I don't understand that. I've been
Conditional
privy to that.
zoning was the concrete that he wrote a permit for.
Yeah, I've never confirmed that with Lampton, and maybe I should call him.
Yeah, there's emails to prove it.
I have never seen those either.
Yeah.
It's
Then that's-
amazing.
He stated that in his.
Proof. Here, I'm just telling you, these are the situations we're in,
Yeah.
and I feel comfortable.
Am I allowed to ask a question?
What's that?
Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yeah.
I guess what would be the hours expected for the zoning administrator position?
When Mr. Gray was the zoning administrator, he worked 7 days a week.
Okay. So is that
He made
expected?
time for
7
anybody
days?
to call anytime, anywhere.
He was doing complaints. We went over to people's houses and made sure they were cleaning up their yards and
Yeah.
sat and talked with them. And he did a phenomenal job. And like I said, one slip through,
And I don't
I'm
think
sorry
that
again.
Dennis Finn, our last zoning administrator, did anything less than a phenomenal job. He did what a planning firm that we hired told him to do.
I just wasn't sure if it was like 5 days a week, if you were hoping for someone 8 to 5, after hours, as Jeremy mentioned, to be available for the residents.
It's kind of a combination of all of that, unfortunately.
I wasn't sure because it wasn't in the job
There's-
description, and I did originally inquire on the county the clerk position. And I wasn't aware that it was a hybrid work from home type remote position because it wasn't posted that way originally, I didn't think. So I just wasn't sure.
Well, I gotta be honest with you too, back to my statement. As you can obviously see, we're not quite sure either.
It was, I'm gonna
That's why
say
I'm here.
So,
that,
I'm asking.
and that's it. And like I said,
I
we work
appreciate the honesty.
people into the ground, and I never said Dennis didn't do a good job. But at the tail end of it, it was what it was. It's your interview.
As a taxpayer, and everybody in this room sat through the windmill and solar, we're letting Lansing decide. Do we want to let an outside company, not somebody local, decide?
I don't.
I understand where you're coming from.
I'm
To
not-
me, either way, it doesn't matter. I'm lending a helping hand to the township to make progress forward. She's gonna head slap me when I get home because I don't have enough time as it is, they say, but we need to do something because progress needs to happen in the township.
And thank God it hasn't been as detrimental as the bill, or the bills. But one building, as of right now, got pulled off the ZBA, and I don't know why I haven't heard. But that was already in the rears from Dennis. He had that locked down. That's the only one that's got canceled, and that was per the citizen. But it's, no one, thank God it's right now, but I'd appreciate the chance, and that's where I'm at with not taking a chance for a while. The learning curve's proven to be pretty big, and I like that option. But right now, with where we're at in two different situations, which proved themselves tonight, the proof is in the pudding that we don't have a clue what it consists of to not get ourselves in trouble.
In hiring an outside firm is being discussed. The outside firm is under the thought of being in our building.
Yeah, a day a week or 2 days a week, and accessible.
4 hours, being accessible, very similar to some past experiences, and people very well versed in zoning. So it's not a matter of, in my opinion, or your opinion, it's a matter of they actually know what the hell they're doing.
And this is more and more common right now, and I've called 4 local
Other
companies
townships do the same thing.
that don't have enough staff to even help us for this position. So if you wanted to make $1 million, is opening this business. If anybody is good at that, do that.
And, to say you're gonna go out and get 3 bids, to put it very bluntly, companies don't wanna work in call calling. Can't imagine why, but they don't wanna work in call calling. So to say that you're gonna truly get 3 bids, we have been blatantly told by companies, they will not come to call calling. So,
That's because there's.
I would make the motion that we have a company, one, willing to come here, do this probationary, and do this to start out at a 90-day basis, which is very similar to what we gave Dennis Finn, because you know what? Buildings getting built that maybe could or shouldn't, or it could have been different, not in the right location. These are people that deal with this on an everyday basis. I don't believe they're gonna say, yeah, you can go put that right next to that drain. They're gonna say, wait a minute. This is what they do for a living. And, we've tried our alternate. My motion would be to try them for 90 days.
Well, we're not,
No,
no one
we have
yet.
to- yeah.
I'd like to make a motion to table hiring a zone.
I'll second that.
Well, we
Yes,
all
sir.
shared our opinion.
The motion is,
Motion to table hiring zoning administrator.
how long can we go with this, guys?
Well,
I mean, we've already paid to educate Dennis Finn, we've paid to educate Steve Gray. Both of them were pretty much harassed out of their offices, not just taken out of their offices. This is
There's a-
not right, you need
There's
to
a
work with
motion on the
people.
floor.
I
There's a
second the
on the
motion,
floor.
roll call vote.
Well, it's already first and second, so we
Then
just
roll
need a
call.
vote.
Roll call, Whalen,
Yes.
DeShano,
Yes.
Eddie, no, Walden,
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Sorry to waste both of your time.
Hey, at least we got an interview.
More meetings.
More than the clerk position, eh?
Yeah, I love sitting for real quick.
Planning Commission recommendation appointments. Let's see how this one goes.
Who do you plan on appointing from the board?
Kim Roosh to the Planning Commission.
Who are you appointing as board representative was what trustee asked.
Let's go with Brian Walde.
That doesn't seem like a good idea, and any board member has to accept it, so have you had any conversation with anybody?
Well, I can tell you this, I feel a certain young lady was pushed out of her position because of being on the Planning Commission, so
All right,
I'm
are you
not-
gonna appoint a board representative or
I
not?
just said Brian Walde.
I think considering he's a week into the job, that was a disastrous decision, just like it was the last time that
Well,
we
then
hired.
I'll tell you what, you.
I don't accept.
Is that your option?
I think we should let Brian speak for himself.
I think Brian can handle it. Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep,
man.
yep, he's a vet, he can handle it.
With his background, he should be able to handle it.
Yep, I
Yeah.
agree. You got this, Brian.
Hey, that's-
I recommend Brian Walden
Show me a job description.
for the planning commission.
Job description, a plain list of details of what's expected across
It's
the
all
board.
in your office.
Great.
So if you want me to sit with you tomorrow and go through it, I'd gladly do it. I think you can handle it. Your resume was hands down the best out of 6. Didn't even have to call the other 5. I think you can handle it.
After I fully understand the job, I'll make my decision.
So table it for 2 weeks until we get
Okay.
together for our next bill pay.
Is that a motion? Is that a motion, Charlie?
Yeah, that is, because,
Okay.
you know, to bully somebody into something they
Second.
didn't answer is ridiculous.
Second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, I recommend to the planning commission appointment Kim Roosh. He just retired out of General Motors.
Yeah, just retired out of General Motors, was an electrical contractor. Been living here since I was born, from Bowtel Road to now Mac now. I've been a general foreman for General Motors, planning person for General Motors, to plan jobs, bringing in contractors, make sure they're paid. And, I thought I could do the job.
Thank you, Kim. Any questions for Kim Roosh? He lives at 911 Mackinac. Drive,
Recognize him? Next to him.
next to Zach. I make a motion to put Kim Roosh on the planning commission. Do I have a second?
Obviously, nobody knows who I am.
Everybody, when you walked in, it sounded like a rock star.
That's
walking
right,
in.
I know a lot of people.
Got a hell of a resume.
They got it made up, chances
Thank you.
are.
Thank you for serving.
Best name I've ever had.
I seconded that, just leave it. We'll call vote.
Roll call vote, Whalen,
Yes.
DeShano,
Yes.
Eddie, yes, Waldy,
Yes.
Campbell.
Good luck, Ray.
Okay. Welcome.
Run, Kim, run.
Thank you, Kim. Okay, Colin Parks and Rec Committee request.
Well, apparently they're asking for a Facebook page. I would say that, I gotta laugh at that, but,
What's
we
the
have
funny
an-
part?
I'll tell you what it is. We have an official page, then we have an unofficial page.
No, you don't have an unofficial page. You don't have an unofficial page.
Let's
Call
explain
in,
your,
just
explain yourself.
Colin Township Board meetings, people believe is a Colin page. Okay, well, whatever. And then we do have a Colin Township page. There's no reason whatever's happening can't be submitted to the page. We don't need 5, 6, 7, 8 Facebook pages.
It's very hard to navigate Colin Township's page in this day and age.
Really? You submit it, it's posted, it's there. How complicated is that?
You talk Facebook page or website page?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
As a township, we have one. You submit it, it's posted, you see it, you know what's going on. You don't have negativity, there's none of that. It's from a negative approach, one is, and the other one is, hey,
Who can controls
This is
it?
what's happening.
Who controls it?
The person that we gave the appointment to, Mr. Eddy, and at the time, I
No
think you
different than the
voted
person that
yes.
controls the Parks and Rec Committee. My wife does the Facebook page, and you and Lori were supposed to be the administrators, but your Facebook page got hacked, and you couldn't do it.
I've not had a Facebook page hacked. in
Since
this
we had a
term.
Facebook
Since-
page.
No. I'd be
Yes.
happy to have admin access.
Yes,
So I do have admin access?
yes, you should. You were supposed to.
I don't.
Hmm. You better check your emails.
I
see
have.
some.
As a matter of fact, I've checked my emails
Just give me a pass.
and, I have no admin access. But okay, then,
She's requested photos from you, and you say you know nothing about that. I don't understand why this is so hard for you.
let's take the truth meter to my office.
Oh, I don't need to prove anything to you, Mr. Henry. You're the one that's going to tell the truth.
Okay, so, I make a motion there be no new Facebook pages representing Calhoun Township.
Can't we break for coffee and donuts?
Popcorn.
So the Parks and Rec, it looks like, would like to.
Which is who ran by who?
My wife,
Which is her name?
Lisa Eddy.
She's part of the Friends and Family Plan too?
She's
I
not
don't
getting
know, Lori's the
paid.
one who put her there.
She's not getting
I asked her
paid.
to help out.
Yeah.
You
There's a
said,
Committee, you're
motion
on
on
too,
the
Fred.
floor.
let's just
What?
move
You're on
on.
that committee too.
No, I
There's a
resigned
motion.
There's a
from
motion that was tabled, point of order,
There's a motion on the floor.
to say no new Facebook pages. It was seconded. Do the roll call.
roll call or?
You might as well do a roll call since it's controversial.
Okay, Wayland,
Yes.
DeShano,
Yes.
Eddie, no, Wally.
No.
Campbell.
Yes, no new pages.
It says they would like to hold the Easter egg hunt on Saturday, April 4th at 2 p.m. in the pavilion ball fields if there is no conflict that day and no other concerns.
Did you check if there was a conflict?
I have not.
I think we can answer that question then. The Christmas tree lighting, obviously the tree has not had an adequate stand the last couple of years, although I do understand that when the T-poles were put in, it did hold up better last year. The problem in that area is that we were told that there is high voltage lines that run in front of the hall, and there was supposed to be renovations done on the hall. Now they're asking to put a sleeve in the ground and have a flagpole that they would string lights from going forward instead of an actual tree. Or planting a tree, and I think both of those things would require some better information on the high voltage lines that are supposedly there. Before we could even make a decision on that, we would have to have Mistig come out and find out what's even going on there, just to avoid an issue. So I think that would be premature at this point as well.
With the Christmas tree, I agree that there was you might as well say a risk of what happened this year with the Christmas tree. A monstrosity showed up here at the township that actually took an excavator to stand up. Luckily, the city of Saginaw and Brian Whalen donated a tree that my boy cut up on his saw and created a stand.
How did the city have taken it?
I don't know, you said that's where you got it from.
No, I got it up north. No, I actually got that from Sanford.
Oh, that's what you were telling us. Anyways. But anyways, we used that tree to create that stand.
Yeah.
So,
At least it got used.
yeah, no, it's a beautiful
I
stand.
put that on the list that I drop on you later of all the fantastic stuff that I've done for people and want to try to.
passive
So-
Want to
aggressive.
move on to receipts then?
So to hold a 20-foot Christmas tree up in the air is quite a process, let's put it that way.
I'd like to make an official statement. Mr. Eddie, it doesn't matter who anybody works for at this front table. You seem to continuously call out one of the trustees who makes a living in a certain municipality. But you've done it half a dozen times tonight. That is not acceptable.
Half a dozen times, hey, do you count?
That's all I keep hearing is where he works. Enough is enough.
Maybe you're just reading the email from earlier where he used the city of Saginaw email to solicit bids like you used yours for the crematorium or the calvarium.
What?
Quit using
Wait.
Really?
personal emails, yeah.
Really?
Personal emails and work emails being used. I did call that out.
Yeah.
Because you won't catch me doing it.
But you're
Well,
the one that's sending all the emails to their other accounts.
Yeah,
That's because they're using them.
We don't,
No, we're not.
we don't actually catch you doing anything, but thank you. Go ahead, thanks Charles, but it's not gonna stop.
No.
Do we want to talk about the receipts on this email?
Okay, with the receipts. Getting back on track. These receipts were received, or were put in somewhere around the beginning to mid of December. They were part of last week's bills. Checks have been sent out. There's one or two that we later found that are part of either the ones that are part of this pack, and I do not remember exactly which ones because honestly I've dealt with so much money and so many checks that I've written in the last week and a day that I don't remember. I spent almost $250,000.
Yeah.
So 4 has been taken care of.
My understanding is that the ones that had previously been received were actually taken care of. However, the ones that were received after the fact that are referenced in the latter part of the statement have not yet been dealt with. They do, however, take the Parks and Rec Committee over budget for that event as well.
And that is true.
Okay, on to number 4. Budget amendments. You requested that to be tabled last meeting, Mr. Shano, because the budget amendments that I brought wasn't good enough. I never received what you didn't think was good enough.
Well, you didn't have accounts for the money to come from in many cases, so that was problematic.
So we couldn't do the whole
But
partial.
it was a bigger issue, as I discussed at that time, which is there are adjustments that need to be made that were not being properly assigned to certain GLs. We do have 2 days next week where we will have somebody here from Maynard Costerasan who will be helping on the payroll side of that. That should help with a portion of those adjustments that need to be made. The following week, we have another gentleman that will be coming from Maynard Costerasan who will actually be working on finalizing those adjustments as well in the GL cleanup, and also streamlining the GLs to get rid of inactive ones to make it a little bit of a simpler process. So all of that is on the schedule, and I anticipate that would clear things up.
So when that is done, will you be able to give us the update?
I'll be working with the clerk's office. That's actually the clerk's responsibility, so we've been discussing that.
Will you be able to provide to the entire board the recommended?
It's literally on the to-do list.
Okay.
It's one of the items that's
But it's also January 12th today, and our budget year ends March 31st, so when do we get a prospective budget to review as well? That's out
I
of the
think last year you
supervisors.
got it right at the end of February is when it started.
It usually
you could
starts a little
expect it.
earlier.
let's just move on.
I agree.
Well,
Appoint clerk to FOIA coordinator. This is policy, but I'll make a motion to appoint the clerk to the FOIA coordinator.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Approval for the FOIA coordinator and one trustee to contact the township lawyer to update the township's FOIA policy and get FOIA request current. This was also supposed to be turned into the Foster's, or the fire department, to add that into it.
We said we'd do that at the next meeting.
Oh.
To add that in.
Okay, so the approval for the FOIA coordinator and one trustee to contact the township lawyer to update the township's FOIA policy and get the FOIA request current. I would like to make a motion to adjust this where there is no need for a trustee with the clerk. The clerk should be able to contact the lawyer on his own.
That's actually what number 7 already says. Number 6 has more to do with the policy and making sure that everybody's on the same
It
page.
still should
Number
be the
7.
same. He should be able to contact him.
It's number 7, we can vote on it next. So motion to approve FOIA coordinator and one trustee to contact township lawyer to approve and update the township FOIA policy and get FOIA requests to current.
Is there a motion on that?
I
Because
thought
I
I
would
said
make it,
motion.
you made the motion, I'm
Yes.
sorry, I missed that. I will second.
So did mine get,
It's item number 7, is what you're talking about.
We're on still 6.
okay, all in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Approval of FOIA coordinator to independently contact township lawyer for FOIA request.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
KCI assessment estimate. Make a motion to approve the KCI assessment estimate.
Just for clarity on this assessment, we would do the estimated postage as a payment, just because this will be your first time with this, Brian. We make the estimated postage payment, and then they send us a bill after the fact to pay the actual printing costs and any residual postage, so. Did you make that motion?
I did.
Yes, I will second.
Okay.
Okay, roll call. Campbell.
Yes.
Walby.
Yes.
Whalen.
Yes.
Shana.
Yes.
Eddie, yes. Curbside trash pickup contract. So we've had many months to think about this one, because it was tabled, I think, back in August or September.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
That's okay. I'm sorry.
That was from August. Yeah.
That's the one we were looking for earlier today.
That's, okay. Just give me a second to skim. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
can I ask you a question? Sure. I see here in the estimate that it says additional parts are $75. Is that something that you do directly, or does that have to flow through the township?
No, we can do that direct up. The residents, if they'd like, everyone gets one recycle and one waste cart. Anything above and beyond that, they could just call our office and request that.
It's a one-time fee at 75?
Correct.
What if we purchase these carts from our previous contractors? Are we going to get charged again as residents?
We bring all new carts out with as part of the contract.
So it's a one-for-one exchange?
Yep.
So if we currently have 2, we'll get 2?
No, we've quoted one cart, one trash cart, one recycle cart within the.
So currently, half of our township probably has 2 carts, so you're saying half of them would be paying another $75?
It's actually more than half.
More than half? Well, I have 2 carts.
80%.
80%?
Oh, I guess I should have got a second cart then, huh? Didn't realize it was 2.
It doesn't seem anything about that, so I'm kind of curious. I haven't had a chance to review this and go through the diligence.
So if someone gets the second cart, does the monthly pickup fee remain the same or would it be adjusted?
No, it's all included. That's per cart, per household,
For residents.
per household per month. And they're all brand new carts. I don't know how old the carts that you have currently are. But they'll all be brand new carts. That includes distribution, picking up of the old carts.
You'll pick up the old
We-
carts though if we have them?
No, we pick up, we deliver, and then,
I know, but if we put out our second cart that we already purchased from, you dump the trash out of that?
for temporarily, we will, yes.
So they're
I mean,
hammering us for
it's-
$80 either way.
Sounds like we stick with the old company.
Well, did you, I mean, you gotta look at that and see the numbers, but, yeah, I mean, that's up to the municipality. If they want different colored carts, then I don't have a problem with that. You know, if they want uniform. But yes, they will each resident will get a recycle and a trash cart, brand new. So if there are additional carts they'd like to keep, then, you know, that'd be up to the existing contractor, the incumbent, how they're gonna pick those
What was our
out.
total deficit?
We don't have a deficit per se because we had a fund balance. So it wasn't a deficit per se, but I can tell you that if we go with any of the other ones, they're not going to go. So it's going to have to go up regardless. We can't make it other places.
Pretty significant number difference there per unit. You know, year one's 18 and $2.75 per unit per month. Pretty significant, even with the carts factored in there. But yeah, I mean,
Now I understand where we're at.
if the additional carts are wanted to be kept by the residents, I don't have a cart's a cart to me.
Well, Republic will pick up the cards. I mean, if we're not awarded the contract, we
Yeah.
don't remove the cards.
But if the township would like to keep the partial blue, partial, what we would have, then that's up to them, you know. Carts. Yes, we'll be getting all new carts. Some carts have, you know, 10-year lifespan. They'll start breaking.
So majority of those 80% that get picked up use their 2 cards.
Not constantly, but throughout the course of the year, yeah.
No, we do. We do.
We
Every week.
do.
Yeah.
If you got a family, you're gonna put them on trash.
You know, I mean, while we're, if I could have just a second to talk about that? Because Republic appreciates the relationship we've had. 24 years we've been serving Holland Township. We know your community, we know the needs here. The other thing besides multiple carts at no charge to the residents that I want to point out, it is a take-all contract. So if people have bagged waste, and this is all in the contract that I submitted back in July, but if people have bagged waste, we remove bagged waste. We remove anything that's properly contained. If they have bags, and often that's where the second cart started to come into play, because we don't want our drivers actually getting out of the truck on multiple occasions. It's a very hazardous business that JD and DJ and I are both in, so we don't want the people being exposed to those risks. But so the multiple carts is a big thing of value that Republic's proposal provides. It's a take-all contract, which is a lot of value, and we also provide one dump pass to each resident if they want it per year. One of the meetings I've been at, your zoning person basically said he had to give the resident a dump pass to get the property cleaned up.
Yeah.
So I know it's something that's
It's
of value.
utilized.
I know it's something that's of value to the township. And, I know you gotta make a tough decision, but we do appreciate a 24-year relationship with you, and are hopeful that our past services can account for something.
Yeah, we appreciate all the waste companies doing what they could to give us the best deal they can.
Are the proposals the same? Do we get the monthly yard waste, dumpster, all that other stuff that the township supports?
There's just some
Then
little differences between.
GFL was offering a yard waste dumpster, just like you have a regular waste dumpster. They were offering
No, I mean, the
4
monthly
yard.
one over at the.
2 to 4 yard
2 to 4
dumpster
yard
at the
dumpsters
township
out front.
facility. For seasonal yard waste, April through May, included no fuel surcharge.
The big one that goes out by the park?
That would be, yes, that's
2 4
at no additional
There's 2
charge.
4 yards that would be there instead, but that's included in this price.
Wait a minute.
The
I
DD
know.
No, it says 2 to 4 yard township facility included, but then it goes on to say seasonal yard waste, that's the dumpster out back.
Where's that picture?
That's a,
Or is that
that's a
the-
30
is that
yarder,
the-
isn't it?
at the
Yeah, so
curb.
we quoted weekly carted trash, so you get a new container at your residence, both waste and recycling. Every other week recycling, every other week yard waste. This is the township requested. All new carts. So I mean, there's a lot of carts there, so that's a upfront cost for us. And then the 2 dumpsters at the township facilities are included in that price. So there's 2 4 yards wherever you put those on this property. That's fine.
But
And
that's
then-
not for public use. Those are locked, those are for the township, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, and then there's a 1 roll-off per month, April through November, for yard waste, for
That's the
additional
big
yard
one
waste.
that you're talking, if you have extra
So that was-
debris, because we had a storm or whatever.
That's included in that price.
You guys provided that to the
No
residents.
charge, and then also,
An extra
no
one
fuel
this
surcharge.
year.
True.
For no cost.
Thank you. Yeah.
But the regular one was costing us $665 a month all year. So,
Do we have that all year?
April through November, it was $665 a month.
It's also utilized all year. If anybody uses it, they know, and gets our.
It's always a goal.
I'd like to make a motion to keep Republic Services. It sounds to me like our citizens are happy. We're gonna have to raise some fees on taxes, just
Wait a minute.
if it were to happen, but my opinion is to, okay, I'll make a motion to hire Republic.
I'd like to discuss it more.
We can go into discussion once we have a second. No second? Then discuss.
What's the price difference from the max to the lowest? Which one's the lowest?
The lowest is GFL,
Okay.
and the nearest one to GFL is $1.50 per stop per month more. The next one is $1.25 higher than that, so $2.75 more per stop per month. And then the final one that we had is actually almost $3.60 a month more per stop. So on average, I believe there was some discrepancy between what had been reported and what I could actually find, but I think the number that we've looked at has been like 1770, in that range. I think it was 1780 or something like that we were being billed by you guys. So if you look at the difference between Republic and GFL, it is almost $5,000 more a month for us to go with Republic, which obviously is going to translate to the special assessment, because we're not going to be able to cover that clearly for the whole of the year. So
Big expense.
it is, I mean, you're talking an increase of
Well, and Republic always
60,000 a year.
charged us fuel charges. I remember people
Yes.
complaining.
Yes.
And we did pay for the other dumpsters, so those savings weren't even considered in the 5.
Well, we didn't quote fuel surcharge, our proposal excludes fuel surcharge moving forward. right in the proposal, in the contract.
No additional